And you actually are a very classically trained pianist, jazz musician. And one of our video questions from Leopard Scar 20 actually is about your...
Leopard Scar?
You gotta love the Leopard Scar. Leopard Scar 20 wants to know a little bit about your training ongoing. So we'll go ahead and roll that video.
Hey GaGa, this is Rudy Hernandez, one of your little monsters from Portland, Oregon. My question is I was just wondering if you still took piano training and vocal training to improve your skills. It'd be great to hear you answer my question. I can't wait to see you again here in Portland, Oregon, and pause up.
Cutie. I love my fans. Yes, I actually vocally rehearse every single day. I do a 30-minute warm-up every single day. It's been the same vocal warm-up that I've been doing since I was 11 years old. I've had my mentor, Don Lawrence, has been my voice teacher since I was 11, so it's over 10 years now. And in terms of piano, piano's funny. I mean, it's kind of this thing that always stays with you. I don't know if there's any pianists in this room, but if you don't practice for a little while and then you focus on it, you kind of get your chops back pretty quickly. So what I do mostly for piano is I try to find time when I'm in New York City or on the road to do shows and have jam sessions with my band just for fun. So whenever you see those really horrid photos of me looking drunk at a piano bar, I'm actually rehearsing. That's just how I like to rehearse. I like to have a couple martinis and play some Cole Porter, and that's just the way I like to learn. But stay in school.
So changing gears a little bit, I actually have a confession to make. So we'll pull a picture up here. I was you for Halloween in 2009.
You were? I want to see it. Which me?
And you can see it here. So,
fabulous.
On my hat.
Look at you.
So, I guess transitioning to your style has inspired so many people. And
now, what is it about? Is it because it's a blonde in New York?
Blonde, and I have stars on my face and the long eyelashes.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I don't
There's
know.
poker chips on my hat from Poker Face. So, okay. So many people, beyond just me, millions of people have been inspired by your style. And one of the fans would like to know, Sir GaGa official.
Sir GaGa.
Would like to know, with all the clothes you have, how do you decide what to wear every day, and what happens to the garments after they're worn?
How do I decide what to wear? It's actually not quite as complicated as some of you might imagine. I'll plan months ahead for certain things for example, at the Grammys, the Hussein Chilean vessel, although it's become known as the egg, he wants me to remind you it's the vessel. That took months and months of conception, and I wanted to do a whole performance art piece that began on the red carpet and ended after the performance. So certain things take a while, and yes, I do view the vessel as a fashion piece. But like today, I wore the same black dress because I wanted the fans to recognize me a certain way when I enter the Google building.
And also on the topic of style, you have tattoos. And one of the fans noticed that they're all on your left side. So Taylor Monster 15 would like to know, why are all of your tattoos on the left side of your body?
It was actually per my father's request.
So tell us more.
He asked that I remain on one side slightly normal. So I only have my tattoos on my left side. I'm also a lefty, so it's funny, my father, when I was a kid, he used to try to change my hands when I was little, and the doctor would be like, she was born that way, you can't. You know? So I think maybe some of it, just from a neurological standpoint, it might be because I'm creatively driven by my left side. Maybe that's why. But he's asked that I don't get any more on the right side for whatever reason. I think he sees this as my like Marilyn Monroe side, and this is my Iggy Pop side.
So beyond your style in clothes and tattoos, you also show tremendous style in your videos. And the Strooby-Doo would like to know, how do you come up with your video ideas? Every time I watch them, I'm stunned by the creativity and meaning. I love you, Lady Gaga. Strooby-Doo, you're a little monster.
Strooby-Doo?
Strooby-Doo.
Strooby-Doo. It's good old faithful. I'm a creative person, and I just always, at some point, the idea comes to me, and the most important thing, I think, with creativity is that you honor your creativity and that you don't ever ignore it or go against what that creative image is telling you because of what society is projecting on you. I remember when I called Troy Carter, my manager from Amsterdam, and I was like, I want to be on a government-owned alien territory in space, and I want to be giving birth to my own head.
I was about to ask about the kaleidoscope.
And he was sort of, and I guess, you hear the... And he's like, why? And I said, because I see myself and my fans, and I feel that they give birth to me, and I give birth to them, and the eggs symbolize the race of the future, which bears no prejudice. So, I have my own... And I'm like, then I'm showing him Francis Bacon photos, which is like all this bleeding imagery, and he's like, I don't get it, We worked with Nick Knight on that video. If you think I'm bad, Nick Knight is, woo, he is so smart. I'm just like, Nick, I love you, but I don't understand what you're saying. I just really always, like just the other night, last night actually I was laying in bed and I had this idea for an outfit, and I just made myself get up and I sketched it real fast and then I went back to sleep. I think it's when you say, oh, I'm too tired, let me just go to bed. That's when the creativity stops coming. It's when you if God calls you, pick up the damn phone. Hello?
So, on the topic of videos, you've obviously been this huge YouTube star. I was going to ask, and so is Doc of USA from Kentucky, what's your favorite YouTube video that isn't yours?
My favorite YouTube video that... It's so embarrassing, but I love it so much. I love the boy that, when he comes home from the dentist... I can't, because I always say, whenever I'm really tired before I do the show, I always go, is this real life? Because I'll have been up for like 30 hours straight doing interviews, and then I'll hear the, and the show starts, and I just go, is this real life? And everybody goes, it is. You have to go on stage. I love that video. That poor boy.
There's also so many fan remixes and remakes of your songs on YouTube. I was wondering if you have a favorite there. I know there's Maria, the young girl, who I think really embodies a lot of what is interesting about technology.
Maria is just so special, and she's like 10 years old, but even 10-year-olds today know how to work a webcam and upload a YouTube video, and I think that is why this, for myself, my campaign and with my album has been so successful, is because I too am a child of the .com era. My father ran an internet company when I was really young, so I was listening to lots of technology talk jargon over the dinner table, not understanding until much later what it all meant. But she's beautiful. She's very young, and she has a voice in the world, and she latched on to a song that was very risky for me to put out so soon in my career, but if I could just touch maybe 10-year-olds in the world in every single continent, maybe I could make a difference.
Do we have the Maria video? I think it would be good for people to see it. I think we might have it queued.
Cause he made you perfect, babe. So hold your head up and you'll go far. Listen to me when I say I'm beautiful in my way, cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret, just love yourself.
She's just so amazing, you know, and it's so, what I would like to speak about is the way that we experience music now. We experience the music through the internet, but it has really great effects, and it also has really negative effects. The great effect is Maria. The negative effect is you sort of quite mathematically input your songs and your soul into a computer, and out spits out charts. So the fan experience now digitally is they buy the song and then they get into chat rooms and they watch the song climb a chart. But somebody like Maria has no pretension. She's wildly innocent and beautiful, and she only cares about the music and the lyrics. So what I'm working on doing now is creating a fan experience with the release of Born This Way that takes them a bit away from the computer in terms of the actual purchase of the song. I want to encourage the fans to experience the music and the lyrics removed of that sort of behind the computer banter. When I was a kid, I was standing outside of HMV praying that I saw Billy Joe's fingernail in the window. Wanted to get my Green Day CD signed. I was hoping that I would see Tom York when Radiohead came in. You know, that is what I want to recreate for my fans. We've done it with the Monster Ball, and now I want to do it with album retail.
And you've also shown a lot of things from behind the scenes. So you had GaGa Vision on YouTube, and GaGa Info from Twitter would like to know, please, could you bring back GaGa Vision? We miss it so much. P.S. We love you, and we're so proud.
I love GaGa Vision. That was they were these little films that I was doing back when I first began touring, but I actually just got so busy that it was really difficult to have a camera on my face. You will never see me do reality television. It will never. Don't even ask. It will never happen. It will never happen. It's just, I'm not that kind of person. My whole life is a performance piece, so I don't need to have my picture taken to feel that I'm in a moment of art. So, but the good news is, as I'm planning the Born This Way ball, I have been speaking to Terry Richardson, who's this really amazing photographer. He wanted to film some of the making of process of what we're doing. So I'm hoping we can resurrect the GaGa Vision videos for the creation of the new tour, so you guys can creatively be more connected to how I make things.
That'd be great. So since we're at Google, this question is apropos. The Juan from Chicago, Illinois asks, have you ever Googled yourself just to see what came up?
Yes, of course I have.
When was the last time?
The last time, probably, well, last night I wanted to know if people knew that I was going to be here because everybody was telling me not to tweet. So I Googled and I didn't see enough come up, so I said, well, I'm tweeting. So.
That solved that problem.
So there.
Well, you have 443 million hits on Google for Lady Gaga, which basically means you don't have very much anonymity left at all. And I guess Pookie1234 from Colorado asks, are there ever moments the paparazzi doesn't recognize you?
I have to be really honest. People that say that they can't escape the paparazzi are full of shit. So let me just be the artist to throw everybody under the bus. And my head of security is standing over there nodding. I don't spend money on houses and lots of cars, but I do spend money on security, and they never find me. So, no, it doesn't run my life because getting my photo taken is not what makes me feel like an artist. It's being in front of 50,000 fans screaming, "I was born this way, baby." That's why I'm here.
So we have another video question from PeachDog1224. As I said, the usernames are great.
Peach Dog?
Peach Dog, who wants to know a little bit about regrets.
Hey Mother Monster, my name is Matt, and my question for you is that in the song Born This Way that you recently released, which is awesome, you have the lyrics that don't hide yourself in regret. I was wondering if you have ever regretted anything, or if there's something in your life that you'd ever want to change in the past. Thank you for looking at my question. I really love you. Thank you for making music. Bye.
Is there anything that I regret from my past? Well, I'll begin with the lyric, and I will say, don't hide yourself in regret is don't perpetuate negativity in your life. Don't obsess about the things that you didn't do or the things that you may have not done your best. Obsess about the future. Obsess about today. Think endlessly about how you can pull the inner queen or king out of yourself and let that superstar shine. I don't believe that fame is something that is obtainable. I believe that it's inside of you. It's not something that you can touch. It's not tangible, which is why when I speak about the paparazzi and things, it's very meaningless to me. There are days when I wake up and I don't feel like a superstar, and it's those regrets. You say, did you ever wake up and feel like a superstar? The answer is no. The regret of some days, me waking up and not feeling brave enough, those are the regrets I have, because I have so many things to be grateful for, so many fans looking up to me, and the days when I feel insecure, those are my regrets. I want to always be secure and strong for you, because look at how sweet they are. They're so genuine, and they're listening to the lyrics, you know. And so I guess what I would say is don't obsess over what you've done wrong. Always look into yourself for the answer, and be the best you that you can be in the future.
And in the same vein, I think that's... In the same vein, we have a question from Australia. What's the greatest piece of advice you've ever received?
The greatest piece of advice I've ever received. It is, if you don't have any shadows, you're not standing in the light.
That's beautiful.
I say that to myself every day. Every single day I say that. Because I'm not a squeaky clean person. You know, so there's nothing about my music or the Monster Ball or my fans. We're not squeaky clean. You know, and people always say to me, who's the real you? When in reality, I'm pretty much an open book about my life. What you're asking me about is magic. And if you are magical, you always have shadows. You're in the light. You must cast a shadow.